Hello aspirants, a very warm welcome on the YouTube channel of ANALYST IAS. So our today's topic for discussion is going to be the global report on the internal displacement or the internal migration as well. I hope you all know what is internal migration. The migration within the boundaries of a nation is known as the internal migration. So we'll see why news. What is this global report on internal displacement, things associated with it, what are the key highlights of the report for the world, what is the condition or the scenario for India, then what are the recommendations of the report. After that we'll be discussing our today's prelims practice question. Let's start. Why news? So recently internal displacement monitoring center, this has released the report, and the title was the global report on internal displacement 2023 or the grid 2023. It cites that the number of the people displaced by disaster rose by 40% in 2022 rather than 2021, and this climate change have also played its part. What is this grid? So it is an annual report released annually or once in a year, and it is published by the Norwegian Refugee Council's Internal Displacement Monitoring Center. It provides the most comprehensive overview of the world's internationally displaced people, those who have been forced to flee from their homes and they are within their own country and they have not crossed any international border. For example, you can take example of Ukraine. The report, it serves as a crucial resource for policymakers all over the world, humanitarian organizations for relief measures and all, and researchers working to address the challenges and also the consequences of this internal migration which is happening worldwide. So the grid of Indo, it offers valuable insights into the scale, drivers, impacts of internal displacement which are caused by various factors, and the factors can be conflicts among different countries, violence among the communities of that area, disaster and climate change as well. It presents data, statistics and case study from different regions and also countries, and it highlights the human and socio-economic consequences of the displacement. Now what are the key highlights of the report? If we'll see, so the total number have reached around 71.1 million by the end of 2022, and it indicated a significant decrease of 20% compared to the year of 2021. In this also, conflict and violence, they were the major triggers for the internal displacement, and they accounted for 28.3 million displacements globally. The conflict in the Ukraine alone, it has resulted in nearly 17 million internal displacement, and it also reflects its severe impact on the affected population. Disasters which are caused by the natural hazards like cyclones and heat waves and all, it has led to 32.6 million internal displacements, and it has marked an increase of 40% from the year 2021. Largely, this was attributed to the effects of the La Nina. La Nina persisted for third consecutive years. This is the cold condition in the Pacific. So the weather related events, for example, the floods, storms, they together accounted for 98% of the total disaster induced internal displacements. Floods and storms, cyclones and all. So India, it recorded the fourth highest number of disaster induced displacements, with 2.5 million people were there from India who were displaced during such events. Pakistan witnessed the highest number of the disaster induced internal displacements globally in 2022, and there have been a staggering figure of 8.616 million people have been displaced within the country of the Pakistan due to the floods and droughts and all. So the condition of India, we'll see about scenario of India. So thousands have displaced, and approximately 6,31,000 internally people have displaced due to the conflict and violence in certain regions. For example, you can take Methi community. Recently it is going on in Manipur, and examples of West Bengal also, and 2.5 million due to the disasters. India, Bangladesh, they have started experiencing the flooding events even before the official start of the monsoon season this year, which normally runs between mid-July and September. So in these preconditions, people are moving from one place to another. India's northeastern state of Assam, it was affected by the floods in May 2022, and the same areas were again flooded in the June 2022, and nearly 5 million people were affected across the state. Many were dead in that. And some parts of India, they have reported their lowest rainfall in 122 years. This is all happening due to the climate change and global warming. And by the end of the monsoon, 2.1 million displacements, they have been recorded all over India. And there have been a significant decrease from the 5 million due to the monsoon related things. So if we'll see about the total number of the internally displaced people, so around this much, this is not the data, but Ukraine, you can see Ukraine, then there were displacements in the Syria, Yemen, there were floods in certain countries, there were cyclones in certain countries. So this is it. What are the recommendations of the report if we'll see? So first of all is to strengthen the multifaceted approaches. Conflict resolution should be there, peace building, disaster risk reduction, climate resilience, food security and poverty reduction efforts, they must be enhanced. A comprehensive approach is very much needed to address this. Pursuing durable solutions should be there that can effectively address the magnitude of displacement challenges, and there also should be expanding cash assistance by the livelihood programs. Additionally, investing in the risk reduction measures that enhance the resilience of the communities is very crucial. Next is investing in risk reduction measures, and moreover focus on the long-term investments in anticipatory action and risk reduction measures to strengthen the resilience of displaced communities. Then enhance the livelihood skills for developing livelihood skill of IDPs, and by improving the food security, promoting self-resilience in the communities. This is the prelim practice question. Which of the following organizations releases the Global Financial Stability Report? So this was all about today's video and session. Thank you. Have a nice day and stay tuned with the Analyst IAS.